Welcome to the Uncomfortable Three-Way. I'm Matt.
I'm Dick.
And I'm Alvin.
Okay.
I thought we agreed on stop doing
I've
that.
said it a couple times.
Fuck you guys.
Know who the fuck we
I don't
are.
care.
You can go figure it out.
So all I'm saying is asteroids hurtling towards Earth. NASA supposedly going to blow it up. Go on. I'm
Okay,
listening.
You talking about the one that I was telling you?
It
about?
Why you look so bewildered? Why you look like this?
It sounded because it sounded really badly like the plot line to the movie Armageddon with Bruce Willis, and that they're gonna go up there and Liv Tyler's gonna sit here and cry as her boyfriend dies in space, or doesn't die in space, or dad dies, and then they're gonna mine.
No spoilers.
No, Armageddon came out in like fucking '96. Fuck yourself. If you haven't seen it,
haven't seen it.
that's your fault. Okay, you didn't have good parents. Your dad sucked dick. That's all I'm saying. All right, but it sounds really bad. It sounds like they're going to go up there and try to mine shit off an asteroid, and none of it makes sense. I'm still on the Earth is flat, there's a dome, and you can't go to space. Fuck that theory.
Oh, my God.
At this point, there's a million things that can prove you wrong, like scientifically. I'm done with this. I don't want to argue about it anymore. You can stand on your hill,
and
I'll stand on mine.
Fuck your science, there's a dome, bro.
We can accept our differences, and we could just... God damn it!
Yeah, go ahead. Go. What about this?
What?
No!
Tell me about... Okay, so hold it.
It's fucking round!
How many asteroids are actually floating towards Earth right now? We really need a Jamie to Google that for us. But like, I'm just curious of how many.
We have one tonight. We have an actual guy.
Jamie.
We got a Jamie.
We got a Jamie tonight.
I want to know how many asteroids are like floating towards Earth that they know about.
Like right now.
Well, and when they say towards Earth,
and how
how close are they going to come within our orbit?
I want to know like the ones that are like gonna like impact us.
None of them.
Well, the ones that are on the trajectory towards Earth. Oh, the Jamie doesn't have Wi-Fi.
Why does Jamie need Wi-Fi? Somebody get Jamie Wi-Fi.
Somebody hook Jamie up. Okay.
He's gonna go talk to Alexa, get that Wi-Fi. But no, all I'm saying is these asteroids and stuff, like, you constantly hear about it. Okay, during my lifetime of a meteor or asteroid that's hit the planet that actually had an impact that did damage. I'm not talking about a pothole in your driveway or a small dent in your yard. No. That one that hit Russia like fucking 10 years ago that came in sideways, it blew up in the sky. It was caught by like 400 dash cams and it ripped through like 3 buildings. Okay, that's the only meteor or asteroid that I know of in our lifetime that has hit and caused real damage. That there was actually like footage provable that this was an asteroid.
Well, I mean, world wars have happened, but not in your lifetime. But
No.
They can still happen.
When was this asteroid hit Russia? When are you talking
This
about?
is literally like 10 years ago.
Really?
There was an asteroid that went over Russia, and it came down, it exploded, and like when I say exploded, it was like, 2,000 feet up. It blew up, huge boom in the sky, and then you watch shards of a meteor destroy like fucking multiple buildings, rip through a town.
I didn't know it was that damn bad.
Yes,
yeah.
Absolutely. It's worth money. But I'm saying, as of provable, like, this really happened. This isn't like a page in a history book that was drawn by some fucking artist that like this happened. This is like dash footage of cameras on people's cars of watching a meteor come down, explode, and rip a city to shit.
So you're saying it exploded in air?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Once it hits a certain altitude and it's so hot, the change in air temperature and whatnot, and pressure change and the speed causes it to shatter.
Yeah.
But which, once again, why don't our spaceships do that? Who knows? Special integrity.
Why do you believe that, like, spherical asteroids come from space? I thought you didn't believe in space.
What's up, Jamie?
Where the fuck the asteroids come from?
NASA is currently monitoring 5 asteroids that are heading towards Earth.
So there's 5 asteroids. Okay, so with all their mathematical equations, these 5 asteroids, okay, all I'm saying is they bust out all this fucking huge math equations to figure out it's coming near us, and then they're going to say it's within 250 million miles.
But now, he didn't tell you the rest of that story on that one.
Well, no, I've seen the article. Like, I opened the internet too, and it pops up shitty articles, and NASA has straight up said on like 7,000 different occasions that they're not going to do it.
They're not going
to do it. They have
do
no intentions of doing it.
No, sir.
No,
sir.
So all I'm saying though is the internet hypes some shit, but the Earth's flat. Don't believe me? Go look up. Hold on, NASA just told you.
Hey, if the Earth's flat, where did that meteor come from that hit Russia?
Hold on. What does that matter? It still came out of space.
I thought you said space wasn't real.
No, I didn't say space
break through the dome.
All I'm saying is we can't break out of the dome. I didn't say shit couldn't break through the dome.
Oh my god.
What the devil?
Yeah, guys. All I'm saying, Earth's flat, man. Hate me. I don't give a shit.
Oh, I don't even know.
All I'm saying is,
I
literally,
don't think he's serious. I think
he can't be serious.
During the existence of mankind, we believed the Earth was flat longer than we believed it's round.
And then we like nutted up and we're like, oh, we were dumb.
Yeah.
We evolved.
I mean, I'm just saying the moon's hollow too.
You ever be realizing
9/11 was an inside job.
I realized something today.
These are all conspiracies Americans refuse to.
Fact.
No.
9/11.
You guys say all these conspiracies are fucking horrible.
If it did happen, it was a guy.
No, it happened. There's a lot of
They literally just released the footage. The footage from the Pentagon getting hit. Got hit by a Scud missile, dude. That airplane that never existed. 100%. They've released a video. I've seen it on the internet. It was on fucking TikTok like 2 months ago.
Up around,
No, it's a Scud missile. They launched that shit and it hit the side of the building.
What the
Pentagon?
Oh yeah.
The Twin Towers was.
Have you seen like it's also like super convenient. There's so many things that don't add up. But another one that I saw the other day that I'd never seen.
So all these things.
The owner of the World Trade Center, he just so happened
to up the insurance policy and paint it with a flammable paint.
He didn't come in that day, and none of his family was in the tower that day. Just so happened, right?
So,
everything lines up so perfectly. It felt like a controlled detonation and a controlled explosion.
How much money you think that insurance policy was?
All these conspiracy theories and all this information that's being thrown at you about the trade centers going down, you believe all of that shit. That is all literally made up paperwork and whatnot. But you won't believe the fact that the Earth is flat. Or there's an ice wall and we are literally just in a portion of the Earth.
I just believe like what's
if it's round, there's more of it.
I can say the Earth may be flat to a point.
All I'm saying is, okay, how many miles I'm really wondering how many miles around the moon is. Because the moon is smaller than us. We're only 24,000 miles around.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm really wondering, like, if the moon is like a third of our size, what is it, like 8,000 miles around?
Yeah.
Okay, 70. But at the same point in time, it's so close to us, and the sun's so far away, even though it's 400 million times bigger.
The sun, yeah.
They're the same fucking size in the sky. And when I say that, the lunar and solar eclipse is like a 1 in 6 billion odds of it actually happening. And it happens not only once, but 3 times a year.
That means we have a better odds of winning the Powerball tonight.
Drawings in about an hour.
About an hour.
240 million to 1 is the odds of winning the Powerball. And the odds of the moon being perfectly adjacent in the sky to the same size of the sun is strategically ridiculous. And then on top of that, now you're adding that they float in just such an orbital pattern that you end up with eclipses. None of that makes me believe that this is all at random chance. I'm sorry. And let's be real. How many other planets are there that have like 9 fucking moons? We have 1.
Saturn has 2, right?
Well, but there's also
Saturn has like 7.
There's also like an infinite amount of solar systems and galaxies.
Yeah,
and
but
stuff.
what I'm saying is
we just happen to have the one moon in our.
Or the one moon in our Earth
moon have to do with anything anyway?
It controls the water on our planet, the tide and everything.
My God.
Well, yeah, but.
See, thank you. That's Jamie just said you believe in the moon. I think it's okay if you believe NASA went to space, which I don't. Okay, according to NASA, when they were lifting off from the lunar landing, they dropped off pieces of gear the first time, and the second time they dropped boosters, and the third time they dropped this, and every time they've lifted off from the moon, they've dropped things, and in their thing, they say you can hear a hollow metallic echo. Like the moon is empty. So according to NASA, the moon is hollow. Hollow and made of metal.
What if that's a thing?
So if we didn't have physical, you're not believing anything.
That's a motherfucking starship.
You're not believing anything
it's
that
the
you're
Death
not
Star.
seeing.
Then you can dust that shit off.
You're not believing anything you're seeing unless it's like firsthand, like a meteor, right? You believe in meteors because like one's hit the Earth. Now, if a meteor had not ever hit the Earth, you'd be saying the same shit about meteors. You'd be like, well, that doesn't make sense.
No. What I'm saying is,
but one's hit the Earth, so you believe in it.
No.
What you're saying, you don't believe in the moon? The moon's like a big fucking meteor.
In the past 6 years, the amount of documentation.
You okay?
No, it's time we fucking settled it.
No, okay.
It's been going on for 2 months.
What I'm saying is, What I'm saying is the amount of documentation that's been put out of the video proof that NASA, 90% of the experiments that you saw when you were in school of astronauts in space doing this little experiment on a 15-minute skit, they've proved that those are all faked. Every last one. There's literally footage online of the cameras of them standing off to the side and these people pretending to have anti-gravity and a dude in a green suit spinning something in the air saying it's gravity. There's no gravity because they're in a space station. They're not in a fucking space station. All those videos, it's not in a space station. So why go to the depths of that? There's same thing.
So you don't think
the footage of them going to the moon, okay, of the first team to go to the moon to end the space race to the moon, okay, is literally, if you watch the full film, the unedited film, you watch them fuckers up in orbit, not leaving our planet, still in our orbit, okay, and you watch them with the little window and they fucking are using a sheet to black off the edges of it to make it look like they're further from the planet than they are. 100%. These videos are out there. You guys just don't want to look. And my thing is,
no, I see them.
If you're willingly ignorant and refuse to look for the shit, then yes, believe it.
But this is what you're telling me. You're like, if you go out here and look at these videos, I know every video.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, NASA's literally saying that the moon is a metallic, hollow object, meaning it was made.
Where do you see it? Where do you see metallic, hollow objects?
Literally, if you look in the fucking lander shit, when they went up there, when they left, they dropped shit off. There's literally multiple documentaries that they've put out about this shit, the hollow moon theory, that there's moon people living in the moon. I don't believe that.
People.
But what I'm saying is, if they really made it there, the moon's hollow. If they didn't make it there, which all signs point to that they filmed that shit in the back room, maybe they made it there 15 or 20 years afterwards, and they've actually been there now and looked at it. But at the time when they're like, we went to the moon, it's a lie. 100% lie.
Okay, so that I can get behind. That...
Yes.
There, wait.
But what I'm saying now, they're saying it's hollow, it's empty.
The fact that they might have faked that, I can get behind that. Just so we can be like,
it's easier for me to believe that we've never left our planet than it is to believe that the largest spatial body of land that's not attached to our planet is a hollow metal object floating in space. What the fuck would make the moon? Think about that. If the moon's a hollow metal object, what type of shit are we really dealing with? Something. Fucking Transformers? Is that what you said?
Big Bird.
Really Big Bird? All I'm saying is the hollow.
It's a fucking metallic.
Where is this pull? Like, what is the source? Where is this pulled from? It like.
Well, literally.
And how recent is this information?
Yeah, I haven't heard that for real.
Literally, if you go on your phone and Google the NASA's testing of the surface of the moon, and see what they pull up, you'll find like little documentaries from like the History Channel and shit. From where when they were leaving the lunar landing site, they were dropping like the thrusters off of, because when they fly up, when they get off the moon, they use a small set of thrusters. They like disconnected that like we would a rocket here on Earth, and to get back to the actual ship that sent them. Okay, when they detach that shit.
I think you fucking lost it.
No, I mean no.
We got two different
elements
things.
known present on the lunar surface. So there is plenty of metals on the lunar surface, such as iron, magnesium, aluminum.
I'm not talking metals. Okay, let's be real. They went all the way to the moon. We had a space race to get to the moon. Okay, right? That was our huge thing. All right, we sent a bunch of people up there. We sent a rover to drive around. These motherfuckers didn't send a giant drill to dig deep enough to get a core sample. And like when I said core sample, we sit here and we dig 300-400 feet down. We dig that deep to get water. So if they were trying to like make the moon, why wouldn't they dig deper? What are you reading?
Official stuff on the
Official
NASA
stuff
website.
from the national website.
I'm not talking go on NASA's website. Hold on.
No, he's not. He go to another third party somewhere out on Reddit.
Yeah, we get in the Reddit chats.
No, it's saying that the moon's Earth-like core, and it has like a partial melt, a fluid outer core, solid inner core.
Just like a planet.
Yeah, just like a planet is what it's saying on my end. I don't know what you got.
Jamie, can I ask a favor of you? Could you put a drink in my cup? The good juice is to the left of the fridge. Both of those are to the left of the fridge.
So what you searching up on over there, Mr. Matt?
In about an hour, that's gonna be Mr. Mega Ball Million Matt.
Hold on.
What would you do? I would just start crying for Matt. I would just. What is it at now?
I mean, I think it
At
don't
like
change.
2
does
billion,
it? Does it change?
1.9 billion. Yeah, it increases. Yeah. Well,
Does
if what is it? They do the drawing and nobody wins.
Yeah, then
They
it
keep going.
increases.
They do another one.
Yeah,
What
but
do you
I think it's
think? Oh, yeah.
1.9 right now.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Billion.
That's what I bid on.
What in the devil?
I need those 2 pink things over there too on top of that folder, please.
Fucking lottery slips. You didn't think I would know what a lottery slip is?
We got them pink things right here now.
Oh,
Can't show
yeah.
the numbers.
Gonna be bulling out.
We
later.
got them.
I just.
See right here. It says. It's that one.
Oh, you gotta go home to count yours, don't you?
He's got a lot to get through.
That's a lot.
Yeah, so we don't really know what Matt's got going on at the moment, but he is in deep thought.
No, I'm reading. Okay, so the first time they did it, was 142 hours after they left, and this is in 1969. 8 hours. They dropped it in. 8 hours later, it stopped reverberating, and it left an impact. It impacted 40 miles away from the Apollo 12 landing site with a force of 1 ton of TNT. The resulting shockwave built up to peak in just 8 minutes, and then it took an hour to fully. You're looking at me crazy. It took an hour for it to stop vibrating. Okay, that was the first time they did it. The second time they did it was Apollo 13, and the impact of the moon 85 miles from the Apollo 12 site, and it took the force of 11.5 tons of TNT for a seismic impact that it peaked in 7 minutes, and the shock waves 30 times greater than 4 times longer than those of the Apollo 12.
I am positive they didn't blow up TNT on the moon.
No. It has the impact detonation rate. So they're dropping
I mean,
stuff.
you gotta think that the gravitation. And
They were
different.
trying to see how the original idea of the test behind it was to see if things impacted the moon, because all the craters you see from here, how big the items were that caused those impacts. And when they did that, they had seismometers on the surface of the planet, but they still heard a metallic echo from the moon.
Did we ever figure out how big around the moon is?
Could that be
No.
due to this?
Sound in space. Once again, this is all in NASA's records.
Well, they got those big radars.
No.
And shit
What he's saying is, if there's a vacuum, there's no sound.
There can't be a shockwave. There can't be anything along those lines. Shockwave
Because it's in a vacuum of space. But according to them, the moon isn't without atmosphere. It just has less atmosphere than we do.
Okay, look, you might be making a lot of good points. Okay,
But you're not going to take the time to actually get the knowledge on it.
no,
That's what you're saying.
No, not any of that. That could be a toss up. Maybe sure that the Earth is fucking round, bro.
Bro,
affected by gravity.
Why would the moon be circular but the Earth be flat?
Well, okay, so when I said
the
that,
Earth is not flat. I don't think I'm with Matt on this. It can be looking like a flat disc, but it's not a complete circle. I don't believe. I mean,
so my actual theory on this.
What? The?
Hold on. No, my theory on this is not that the Earth is completely flat. It's that we are restrained to one portion of our planet.
That maybe I can maybe get behind that.
If you look into a bunch of stuff that's been put out, and a lot of it seems really fucking crazy, and I get it, but I believe that we are in one section of the planet, okay, and the rest of the planet is cut off from us, or we're cut off from it, that we haven't been allowed to go. And honestly, if I had to say what made it so we can go, fucking corporations. They want you here. They want you trapped here. They want you monopolized. They don't want you going to like a utopian paradise where everything's free.
Why would the top richest of the richest of the richest want to live among the fucking dirty, filthy,
you see them
civilization?
You see them all year round?
Huh?
Do you see them all year round?
See what all year round?
Do you see the filthy rich people all year round?
Do I?
Yeah, like 365 days a year. Are they under surveillance?
No.
Most of these people.
You don't know who they are.
Yeah, they're in their own thing.
No.
Like
What I'm saying is, like, when we say super rich people, okay, how many celebrities do you know that are
I'm not talking about
No. That are hundreds.
Above
No, what I'm saying is have hundreds of millions of dollars in the bank. Okay, you see them 2-3 months out of the year, and then they're supposedly eloping to their house in Tahiti or their house in Prague, and nobody sees them. Maybe they're on the other side of the wall. That's all I'm saying. Prove me wrong.
I don't know. I don't think celebrities even get access. I think if you're talking about this, like these celebrities, they go there, they post the pictures, and they got to post the pictures of them on the jet skis with the fucking.
No, that's the thing, dude.
They out there doing that shit.
Okay, let's be real. That they don't have to. When they were like, oh no, dude, I'm taking a sabbatical. I'm gonna go take a relaxation for the next 9 months or 2 years. I mean, Jim Carrey disappeared for 15 years. I'm just using him as an example. Like.
Can I say something?
Tupac's over there, bro, right now. Yeah. Tupac's out there living it up. Biggie and him are smoking blunts on the others. Him, the fucking the king. Let's be real. We're gonna be like the king, man. Elvis Presley. They're all over there on the other side of this fucking wall, dude, just living their wildest dreams.
So this is a little bit off track.
I'm just talking shit right here.
But I heard this the other day. All right, so you know how for like the longest they say. Like certain celebrities, they're reptilians. They're fucking lizards.
Oh yeah, they are.
There's videos of their eyes changing and shit. Blah blah blah.
What do you mean they say they are? These motherfuckers are lizards.
Apparently, I didn't know this, but apparently that there was a concert, like a Justin Bieber concert, right?
Yeah.
And apparently, like he transformed into the lizard, like on fucking stage, and everybody was terrified. Like his neck like changed, and he started getting scales, and his fucking jaw peeled back. And apparently, like this was witnessed by like hundreds of fucking people, and then like they didn't let anything get out. They like trapped everybody in and deleted everything off their phone. This is what people say, but I never heard that one before. That's pretty fucking wild.
So all I'm saying is that they're all celebrities are probably part of a satanic cult. All of them. Yeah, dude, up there going full Jurassic Park on that shit. Don't be shocked, man. All I'm saying is like the world
Mandela type of shit.
Some Mandela type shit.
Mandela.
Wow. Do you even know who Mandela is?
Yeah.
Who is he?
He's a guy.
Nelson Mandela.
Yes, I know exactly. Who is he, dude?
You named a guy.
He's a guy.
He's a guy that what?
He was an African civil rights
activist.
Yeah.
Why?
Who? Hold on.
He did not. No. Hey.
So no. He died in an African prison supposedly, and then didn't he get elected the president of a country over there?
Something like that. He got elected one of the officials.
A high-end official. All I'm saying is like that was a weird thing to throw out there.
Yeah.
For Justin Bieber.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm just saying, I never heard that before.
Like when we throw words out there, we can't just be like, man, onomatopoeia, and hope it means what we want it to mean.
Oh, you know about that?
Yeah, I know about the onomatopoeia, bro. All I'm saying is like you got to have like some sense about you. We're a podcast. We're not a bunch of jackasses. Okay, we are a bunch of jackasses. But yeah, no, I personally don't believe that, NASA is honest about their shit. And like I said 100 times, if you look into NASA's actual files, like go on to NASA's site and go online and pull up the designs for rockets and shit. Why does everything they build that flies literally state in the fucking design that is designed to fly above a non-rotating planet?
Wait, but if you're about questioning
a flat, non-rotating Earth,
the government and NASA, why the fuck do you think they would give you like real files to read and plug through if you think they're deceiving you in the first place?
No, what I'm saying is if you're designing shit, okay, you're spending hundreds of millions of dollars a year designing equipment to fly. Don't you think that in your paperwork that you're getting hundreds of millions of dollars, you could at least put either A, this is just designed to fly, but why add in it's designed to fly above a flat, non-rotating planet? There's not another one of those out there. Just so you know, every planet that we see is round. So we're not designing the shit to fly on Mars. We're not designing shit to fly on the moon. We're designing shit to fly here. So if it's round and not flat and it rotates, why would they put in their paperwork for don't you think somebody at the government somewhere would have been like, oh, you want to design the FJ rocket Mach 7.7 GE? Why does it fly above a flat non-rotating planet? We don't have one of those. I'm just saying, why would it be in every record for everything they build that flies that it's all designed to fly above a flat rotating? Not only that, but there was literally recently, you could Google this shit. Somebody went through an airport and went to like 200 different pilots who all said, "No, dude, the Earth's flat."
Tell me about that plane, Matt.
Which one?
Tell me about that plane that disappeared and then all them people came back supposedly years later.
Came back.
What?
Came back?
Yeah.
No, you're talking about the Apollo mission that got up there with the teacher in it in like the 1980s. That all fucking the people on the rocket all died. Okay, it blew up in the air. It didn't even make it out of our atmosphere,
Yeah, I know that.
and everybody supposedly died. Okay, and then literally now all the people.
You can find those people. That's one thing.
Wow.
I think you can find all those people.
Wow, and guess what? The two dudes who weren't capable of changing one letter in their name and pursuing their career just happened to magically have a undocumented twin brother.
Yep.
Tell me that's not fucking weird.
You can go and find all of them and all the jobs
They
they're
fucked
doing
up.
today.
That's where the government
Well,
fucked
what
up.
I'm
That's where
saying
we-
is there's a lot of shit surrounding NASA, especially NASA, that screams we haven't been to space.
I feel like that shit takes a lot.
Let's be real. Hold on. Wait.
Takes a lot from a species.
You got hundreds of millions of dollars every time you send shit up into space. Okay, every time you go up there. Why are you incapable of sending a camera to be on a space station that's floating around while you're doing science experiments in space? Why can't you do that?
There is. I can
There
pull it
is.
up.
Yeah,
There's a
no,
live one
there's a
right
live
now.
feed.
No. What I'm saying is, up all the ones you watched when you were a kid, when they're like, "Yeah, I'm sitting here in space, and this is how I brush my teeth." Ha ha ha!
Yeah.
Like 5th grade type shit that you watched in school.
Why can't they take that camera outside?
They're all faked. All of those videos literally have come out fake. You can go on YouTube or TikTok, any of them right now, and type in faked.
shit look a
What
little
would you
close,
consider
dude.
that? Fake videos of astronauts, and they'll pull up fucking all the NASA videos from a side feed.
But tell me, okay. If it's not round, tell me why. In about 15 minutes, this is going to be completely gone. There's going to be a new part.
Hey. According to NASA, when you're in orbit, okay. From when I was a kid, I remember this because I thought it was so interesting. When you're in orbit traveling around the planet, you're moving at like 23,000 miles per hour or some shit. So you circle the world in 45 fucking minutes. So essentially, if you were to watch that live feed for 45 minutes
you
straight,
circle the world,
you should see the whole world.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's super crazy.
That makes sense.
We watched it on the
It's
TV.
the
up
same
front.
thing with like a globe.
But I don't
'cause
know
we're
if I
so
believe it,
big,
but yeah, I've
if I
seen
took
it.
a globe right now and spun a globe slow, we'd see the whole entire
Go
globe.
ahead,
in
bro.
45
I want
minutes.
you to prove science experiments, dude. I want you to take a vacuum, okay? Make a vacuum-induced atmosphere, okay? Suck all the air out of it for space. And I want you to pour water on a spinning ball and make it stay. Show me it.
It won't.
Why? You're telling me the Earth is fucking. You're telling me the Earth is round, and
Gravity.
by spinning it creates speed, which makes gravitational pull, which is what keeps shit on there. So keep water on a fucking ball in space.
Okay, so we are unable to do that as
And
people.
we have an app.
They literally have.
We can't do that as
hold on.
people because
according,
of the size difference.
According to the scientists that have made these things, they've made a sun inside of a fucking jar on the planet from putting the proper shit in there and catching it on fire, and it burned for 2 seconds, and they can make suns out of this shit
Yeah, we
and
made
in a
suns
jar.
too.
Okay, so what I'm saying is if you can make a sun in a jar,
It's not technical.
and you could make it happen by putting it in a vacuumed atmosphere and pumping in the fucking chemicals that you say the sun burns out of, then you're telling me there should be a way to make a fucking ball spin at 1,000 miles per hour, because that's how fast the Earth spins, and you should be able to pour water on that shit, and it shouldn't spin off of it. It should suck to it. That's all I'm saying. Because all you're missing, gravity and speed.
But you got the size difference, though, man.
Bro, what I'm saying is you should be able to make a mock size of it, shouldn't you? How do you do tests? If it works at the size of the Earth at 23,000 miles or 23,000 miles around, then you should be able to take the Earth's size and do 1/100th of that and make it a 23-foot ball inside of a vacuum room like this, and should be able to fucking spin that bitch at 1,000 miles per hour, because we have motors to make it 1,000 revolutions per hour. Okay, let's be real. 1,000 revolutions per second. We could do it real fast. We got fucking my Gixxer motor, RPMs, revolutions per minute. Okay, we can make this shit work. So why can't they take a round ball and keep water on that bitch?
Because there's not.
The spinning is what creates the gravity.
Because, I mean, when you do size it down, yeah, I mean, he should be able to...
The rotation doesn't make the gravity.
According to fucking science, that's what creates the,
10 years ago, maybe.
what creates gravity.
It is a wave. It is a thing that is intrinsically tying everything to everything else in the universe.
So gravity exists everywhere,
Yeah.
except for on the moon.
Technically, by doing this, I'm exerting a small gravity.
Well, gravity exists. It's just different. It's different.
What I'm saying is
It's very new research.
but if gravitational waves were the true thing, technically at points in time the moon is closer to the sun than we are when it eclipses 100%. Yeah. When it eclipses us, it goes in between it. So then technically during that time, if gravitational waves were like a thing radiating out throughout the universe, it should have they're
Intrinsically tying all of us. It's like a giant net. If I pull on this part of it, it slightly affects the part way over there. It affects things close to me more.
But okay, so that means at certain point in times during the experiment when they were on the moon, because the moon is rotating around the outside of the Earth isn't rotating around the moon. At different points in times, it should have been closer to that gravitational net and further than it.
We don't know what's rotating around what.
Well, you can't hit me. Whoa. So if it's a net that goes across, like you're saying, it goes across the entire existence of everything, and different places have a heavier gravity pulling on it, that would mean at one point it would be closer to it, and one point it would be further than it.
So if you have, like, imagine a blanket stretched out completely.
Yes, I am.
Put something heavy in the middle. You have one big low.
Yeah.
So
circles
you have
around.
slowly traveling all the way around.
Yeah.
But here, wherever it is, there's also a divot with something smaller that is only circling within that divot as it travels around.
Okay. So what you're saying is at all points in time, everything keeps the same gravitational pull no matter where it moves.
I would like to say I believe that we have a net. That makes sense to me.
You own whatever the hell. Matt said something. You're like, you know what? Yeah. I think,
No. What I'm sitting here saying is, if that's true,
I think the net,
then at certain points in time, the moon should have a different gravity pull on its surface, which would mean while they were on the moon, they should have experienced times when they could jump 10 feet and times when they could only jump 2. Why?
Because you're
Change the gravitational. You didn't know that. You can make your own universe on Mars.
But what I'm saying is there should have been a known difference of it. It should like today you could jump 6 feet, tomorrow you could jump 5.5. Huh?
They don't go outside on the dark side of the moon. It's too cold.
Yeah, that's what they've said.
Oh, okay.
I believe them.
So now the moon is fucking cold?
The one side of the moon that never sees our planet.
I'm sorry, I don't know, man.
Technically, it's only cold during eclipse. It's only cold when it's not an eclipse. When it's in an eclipse, that side of the moon should technically be melted like molten lava.
You're lighter whenever the moon is above you, also in contrast to being lighter whenever you're
Well, and that's once again the moon's gravitational pull on the planet.
Yeah.
So what you're telling me is if I wanted to make an actual gravity and make water stick to a ball, I'd need 2 balls spinning.
You'd need all of the other balls to be far enough away that that's the only divot on the net or on the sheet.
But what I'm saying is literally if they put a vacuum atmosphere, there should be a way to replicate what we're seeing as water sticking on the planet.
I don't have the means to do it, but I feel like I could.
Well, that's what I'm saying. With people there's plenty of companies with the means to do it. Let's be real. CERN, the devil incarnate over there in fucking Switzerland or whatever, that's literally trying to open gateways to hell. They definitely have the money. They could have made water stick to a ball for me.
Explain.
What, CERN?
No, open gateways to hell. What are you talking about?
Dude,
What he was talking about the other day.
dude,
Like,
CERN is literally like the devil.
Something.
Like 100% CERN.
Uneducated. I don't know shit
The
about
people who were like, yeah, we're gonna make a was it a hadron collider or whatever it is?
Oh,
that's shooting.
Hell's underground.
Yeah, that's
We've
literally.
already set it off twice.
Yeah, well, yeah, they opened the gateway to hell. That's what they're doing. They're they're literally the devil. Their fucking name literally has 666 in it. Their emblem is like the devil. Look it up. Look up CERN. Go ahead. Pull out your phone.
Like CERN.
Yeah, CERN, the company. Look at their shit. It's totally satanic.
CERN.
Click that
CERN.
Yeah, at least a cult. What's their logo?
It do be 666.
It is 666.
Thank you. They're the devil. They're hadron.
But it's like a 666 in like such a
It-
cute
it-
little artsy way.
It doesn't matter. It's what it is.
They're trying to find ways to damage things that are ethereal.
Yes. Trying to kill gods.
Did that shit say antimatter?
Yes, they're literally trying to find a way to kill God. That's what they're working on.
God, but
Yeah, powerful entities.
Anti-gravity?
Antimatter.
Yeah, we fuck with antimatter all the time.
Since when?
All I'm saying is CERN's the devil. You guys are looking at it right now, and you're horrified at it.
I wouldn't say that.
Oh.
That
Yeah.
guy's the devil.
That's the
You show,
devil.
dude.
Oh, they
All
can't
I'm
see.
saying is look up CERN and look up. Was that their founder?
Who was that?
That dude looks like a Nazi general if I've ever seen one.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they're 100%. They're looking for a way to kill non-human beings, meaning something
CERN,
of a.
baby,
I
CERN.
want to say
Where are you
celestial
seeing
beings.
Immaterial beings.
Immaterial. Why do you think
I
you're?
think we're just smashing
no,
particles
no,
together
no.
to figure out what happens.
Well, okay, literally, literally. Hold on. Their Twitter
Nah,
page.
We're open the
No, all I want to know is their Twitter page, dude. They posted one thing, and this is like 2012 or some shit, and all it said was, "We did it."
We're there.
No, it said, "We did it."
Yeah, we smashed the particles together. We did it.
I actually know what that was about.
What was that about?
All right, so for a long time, we
Come talk in this mic, Jamie. New Jamie. This is our like talking random a lark.
A lark.
We're gonna go a lark.
A lark.
Look at him. He is fighting with a microphone off screen. Just so you know, that's how big this room is. There's off screen areas.
Yeah, we got
We got six
we got a
TVs
pretty
in here you
large
can't even
fucking
see.
room.
Okay, so for,
This is Casting Couch 2.0.
for a
This bitch
very
pretty
long
big.
time, there were many stories of time travelers, and some of those stories happened to collide with each other in that they tied in with one another. The story, if you piece together these ones that tie together, the story is that the government and multiple governments have been capable of time travel for a long time, but there are some rules to time travel. You can only travel forward in time, and you could not travel past 2012. It does not exist. Like to them, like back in like the 80s or whatever, whenever they were first like really getting into it, or supposedly to the stories, like they could travel forward in time. You can't travel back. Like you can only travel forward, but past 2012 does not exist. Basically, that's where a lot of the 2012 like apocalypse theories came from. Like
The world ended.
That was a
2012.
Mayan
Here's-
thing or something, wasn't it?
Now, yeah, and I have tied this into a separate theory that I believe was penned by Terence McKenna, in that time is like a VCR tape. In the beginning, all of the tape was on one side, so as time was traveling, that spool was only traveling a certain speed. But as time goes on, it has to travel faster and faster for that tape to be moving the same speed. So if you're trying to travel from one part of the tape to another, like if you exist on the tape, the faster it's spinning, the harder that it is for you to like accurately land on any point.
Right.
Terence McKenna postulated that time was moving faster in that way, and he thought that it would become markedly noticeable to most people that time is steadily moving faster in about 2012. And like these time travelers also like made a lot of different claims. Like one of the claims was that there would be a pandemic in the bridge over between the 2010s and 2020s. They like said that the World Trade Center was going to go down, like a variety of other things. Like they made sports bets and all sorts of other things that panned out. Like, but then all of them would like mysteriously disappear. Like not very long after.
Well, there's also that like famous.
The we did it thing was like the date that they could no longer travel forward to. The we did it was we survived this event.
Ah. Okay.
This is all hypothetical, and I do not have any evidence to back.
Okay,
any of it
so
up.
now with Time Traveler, okay, there is literally actual arrest records / documentation where there was a guy, and I like to say it was like the mid 90s, that claimed to be a time traveler. He walked into the stock exchange and he made a series of stock exchanges and with $800, and within 8 hours of being there, he took it from $800 to like $600 million, and he was arrested for insider trading. He was being held by the FBI in a private location, and he claimed to be a time traveler. They left him and came back, and the man was gone.
Whoa.
Yeah, like literally. Then there's actually like document. This is a lot. Once again, conspiracies go out there really deep and really far, but there's actually documentation of people claiming to be time travelers of that such, and making like stock exchanges and shit, and just like systematically knowing in one day exactly what trades to make in an 8 hour period to take $800 to like $60 million. That is once again, that's literally on the same statistical odds of being able to go, oh yeah, the moon wasn't made, but it just perfectly is the same size as the sun, and it travels around the planet in a perfect pattern to block out the sun, 3 times a year. It just systematically doesn't make sense. So either A, there is a creator, in my opinion, it's God, or B, this is all just one really bad fucking, Neo, The Matrix, Morpheus, they were right. We're 2012. Humanity got enslaved, and we're all on a fucking computer right now. No cap, man. I feel like it's way too wild for it to be just haphazardly going the way it does. How the fuck do politicians do all the corruptness that they do, and nobody puts them in jail? This man goes jaywalking, and he's in prison, 20 years. He happens to be at the wrong parking lot, snatching cigarette butts, and he goes to jail.
Yeah, whatever you do, don't go.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, don't. Kentucky.
You ever realize some shit? I was standing in the grocery store today, and you just look around, and I just
you did come talk to me about some weird shit.
I realized you just take a look around, and you realize we're just a bunch of fucking
meat
monkeys,
sacks.
a bunch of primates, and we're just
doing our
little monkey thing in the monkey grocery store, doing our fucking stupid little thing, and it's also in the grand scheme of things, it's all kind of fucking meaningless, and it's just
so
I had a moment in the store today where I looked around and was like,
the
life's a trip, bro. And I'm one of these little apes too, and I think I'm so smart, right? But we only know so much. We think we're I don't know. We really don't know shit.
The human mind
it's so weird.
Blocks out anything and instantly says, no, this isn't true. Anytime it's slightly uncomfortable to think about.
Imagine not existing. It'll make you very uncomfortable.
Yeah, anytime.
No, it does. That's the thought of
that's thought of death.
But you have to also think it's this. You wouldn't really notice. So I get uncomfortable with that thought sometimes until I think it's just gonna be like how it was before I was born.
No,
it didn't matter.
It's the same theory though. Anytime I throw something at you that's crazy, like I say the Earth's flat, or there's other sections of the planet you can't get to, you instantly lock down and want to deny it completely because you've been indoctrinated to the point where you refuse to believe other than the lies you've been taught your whole life.
It just seems like
Let's
no. But see, when we jump on other things, whenever you talk about things where there could be extra, there could be more to the world that we don't know about. Sure, I could get on with that, or the government lies to us, of course.
Since the beginning of time, since
I can't get behind the world being flat.
No, since our existence of time, we've known that the beginning of the year is spring. April 1st was the beginning of the year for the longest time. Now everybody believes, literally they made a holiday called April Fools to make people go, aha, you're stupid if you believe the year begins in April. Why would we begin in the portion of the planet that's death? Why would the beginning of the year be in the frozen tundra? Why? It's all the slight little changes that have been made by people who are in seats higher than ours. That's why people do that. So everything that has been taught to you by a public school
exactly, and I agree with that.
For the strict reason to indoctrinate you to be what I would like to consider a slave.
I'm not disagreeing with you whatsoever on that, but I will say that the world is round. We're in agreement on everything except for the world being flat and round.
So when I say the Earth's flat, dude, I believe we are set in a section of the planet, and we cannot get beyond the bounds of this section. Okay? I personally don't believe we've been into space. So I say it's flat because we have no proof other than fake photos. Every picture we get from a fucking satellite, every picture that comes from anywhere of space sort is ran through a computer, colorized, and printed out. We don't have, let's be real. Why can't you take a telescope and put a camera on the end of it? I can get a telescope at fucking Walmart or off of Amazon that I can hook my smartphone to that can take pictures of the sky. Yeah. You're telling me NASA, who's supposedly 20 years ahead of me in futuristic technology, can't get me a picture of the planet that's not been fucking photoshopped?
I'll bet you $250 I can personally prove to you with physical evidence before your eyes that the Earth has a curve to it. I can't prove that it's a sphere, but I can prove it has a curve.
Well, and once again, I'm not saying the Earth is not curved at all. I'm saying the Earth is not what we are being shown it is, and that the portion we are on is locked off from the rest of it. So when I say flat Earth, I believe known civilization and known land masses that we are on is cut off either from the rest of the planet, or maybe it doesn't exist. I don't know because I haven't been on that edge. And there's a lot of documentation over the years that state that there's a wall.
Now, so I'll put it like this. When it comes to evidence, now there's a lot of...
I mean, let's be real.
There's a lot of, what do you call it? If you want to call it evidence, like there's the documents like you talk about that NASA puts out, and you say that some things don't add up, and that's the stuff that people say that the we never get landed on the moon, all the videos were fake, and there's like video evidence that you can find, and evidence that people are talking, evidence through like what somebody else has wrote about. But if you want to go by like scientifically speaking, the world is round. It just depends on what kind of evidence you want to follow. If you want to follow it like the scientific evidence where like the earth is round, but if you want to follow like the other evidence, then sure, you could believe that the world is flat. You feel me? Like, 'cause scientifically it's round, but like if you believe you've been lied to your whole life, and then you watch like what other people's written and shit like
Dude,
that.
I mean,
like,
there's all types of there's theories out there that people are literally saying that the center of the United States is actually where fucking Egypt was. Like there's all types of ridiculous theories. Literally, there's people out there right now who are saying
like the continents have shifted.
No, that they're saying that ancient Egypt is actually right now in America, and that Egypt that we believe is Egypt is all just a fake mock-up of bullshit. Like literally, there's people out there with theories.
Why?
Wabash Valley is the most fertile area on the entire planet.
What the hell?
That exists
I
in the
don't
United
even
States.
know.
What is it?
Wabash Valley is the most fertile area on the entire planet, just about.
Yeah.
And that exists in the middle of the United States, right where I'm from.
Yeah, Wabash Valley, United States, most
Something
fertile
fertile
place.
As in like women and pregnancy fertile.
It's like a river valley or whatever.
Most fertile soil.
The main
Soil.
civilizations ever have been built on a river valley. Like you have the Indus River Valley civilizations, the Mayan River Valley civilizations.
All I'm saying is,
I saw a picture the other day, and it was like all the people that are like, the water levels are fucking doing this and that, like global warming's like killing everything, like the sea levels are so fucking high or whatever. And then I saw like there's a picture of a rock, and it's like dated 1861, and like the height of that rock in 1861 versus like the sea level like next to it today.
No, so
and
what
it's the
you're
exact fucking
no,
same.
what
And I was like,
what you're talking about is in Germany, and they're called the Hunger Stones. And down on the side of a riverbank that runs through Germany, they literally went and
marked 'em.
they carved in
I
the
know what
stones.
you're talking
Well,
about,
no,
but it's
it's
something
during
different.
famines and shit like that. They etched in the stones at this time. That's the water level. They would etch in the highest stone on it. So
no, see, I know what you're talking about. These, that's not what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Let me see.
okay, those are the Hunger Stones.
Yeah, those are low right now, and they say shit like if
We'll throw up
if the
photo.
water level is ever this low, like
Pray.
pray, hit your knees, you're fucked.
Yeah.
And it's like crazy what some of these things like.
Well, and
say
those
that
are like the
uncovered.
1600s and shit. So I mean, 400 years. What do we really know that's happened in the past 400 years? How much? Like I've said 100 times. How much do we actually have like weather science? Okay, how much history do we have behind it? How long were they tracking hurricanes that came off of Africa that hit the Gulf Coast? Like how many years of actual
Depends
documentation?
on how
It's like-
how you want to like.
I'm not saying-
classify the
1980 or
tracking.
70, wasn't it?
No,
It
no,
wasn't that long.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So, like, what do we really know about our world's temperature all the time? Okay, when was the last ice age? Well, they say it's thousands of years ago. When was the last time that we had 5 years of extra cold winters? I'm gonna be real with you. I remember when I was like 7 years old that on my birthday in the middle of April, we had fucking 4 feet of snow in New York. Okay? So you can't tell me that global warming is happening and it's constantly happening when you have random years where you have fucking 10 feet of snow in the middle of fucking spring and then other years where you don't have snow at all. But I will say that snowing on the fucking equator should definitely be a sign that some shit's wrong.
Yeah. I'll say too. I remember like October, Halloween, for example.
Mic drop. I'm not saying nothing else.
I remember like being a kid and it being cold in October, and now it's like it's never cold here in October. Like it might get cold for like a week and then it's gone, but like I don't remember the last like really cold
Well-
October.
It's a good thing we're in a metropolitan area.
What?
He's just trying to make me talk more. Wants me to correct him. No, I personally just don't believe a lot of the shit that's being fed to us constantly. I don't want to be the guy who conforms. And my thing is, literally in the past 50 years, the word science has been used to explain everything that used to be like, oh, have some faith, you know, but be a little bit religious. You know what? Be a little bit more of a good person. And now every time you argue with somebody, they're like, no, science proves it wrong. Science this, science that. You know what? Science and the study of science is all based on scientific theory, which is a room of 10 or more jackasses who get together and go, yes, indubitably, yes, I believe this is this. And they go, yes, that sounds right. Yes, yes, scientific theory, yes. Now we've made a theory. And now the entire world has to choke this shit down.
On fucking video, man. I heard him do that once before, and it was crazy.
The entire fucking world will bow down and be like, oh, yes, no, this is scientific theory. But there's no way for them to prove it. Perfect example.
What do you mean? Like science, you can prove.
Science.
They're talking it.
So many aspects.
Okay, no.
Science is forever changing. Science is ever evolving.
By sitting here saying science is always changing means that 98% of the time they're fucking wrong and it's a lie, but you're dumb enough to believe it.
Okay, but like so things at like the base level of science, like fucking, like the laws of motion and shit like that. You can see that shit like it's not like a lie. It's not like
okay.
It's science.
Some of it's right.
But like other things, it's just like so.
Sitting there on the side of a building,
hey,
holding.
Everybody watch this. Hold on. Gravity.
No, sitting there sitting there on the side of the building, holding a tennis ball and a bowling ball, dropping them at the exact same time to see if they hit the ground at the same time. Yes, that is irrefutable. That is a fact that happens. Okay. The sun being a giant ball of hydrogen is not a fact.
Yes,
it is a fucking theory.
Yes.
Saying there's no
these are different than facts.
Saying there's no oxygen in space because there's a vacuum, but then being 100% unwilling to admit that the giant ball of fire is sucking the oxygen out of the area, and that's why it's there, doesn't seem factual to me. Because if you had to come up with a theory of why there was no oxygen in space, the giant balls of fire floating in the fucking sky that are burning at intense heat would be a really good way to go, the oxygen is getting sucked in there. Anywhere it comes from, it just goes right there. But they go, no, it's a nuclear fusion fucking reaction of hydrogen and oxygen being compressed by gravity. Yeah, fuck you and that bullshit theory. I don't believe it. And just because you can create a similar thing in a jar, I'm not going to believe it. Just like the whole theory of black holes. There's never been a recording of an actual black hole, and now they just got a picture of like, oh, yes, there's a darkness in space. That's a black hole. Yes. Fuck you. Yes. It's not real. So the fact that people are willing to believe lies that are created by other men rather than having faith in something else is kind of disgusting to me.
Yes, but you see it all the time throughout history. Well, you see it all the time throughout history, though. Like you have great like thinkers, and they say something in their time, and everybody's like, "Oh, you're fucking crazy," and then like fucking 300 years go by, and everybody's like, "Oh shit!" Like.
That dude was right.
He was right as fuck. I mean, it's been 300 years, but he was right the whole time. That's crazy. It happens all the time.
You say that happens all the time. Like this is a common,
not like
every movie you've ever watched where they're like, this great inventor. You know, he just, Da Vinci created fucking everything we use today. That's what happened. No, people are like Da Vinci. They're like Da Vinci created flight because he had two things. One was like a hang glider looking fucking thing, and the other thing was a corkscrew. That dude invented flight. He never left the ground. But he invented flight. How the fuck can you say that?
I don't say that he invented flight.
Yeah, well, yeah. But what I'm saying is there's a lot of people who would sit here and go, yeah, no, if we would have known back then. No, just because somebody had a theory, yes, that dude was right about certain things, and yeah, nobody gave him credit for it because at the time he seemed like a crackpot. Okay, just like you're sitting here right now when I'm telling you the Earth is not as we believe it, and the fucking NASA's lying to you. No, I'm being the crackpot.
I have never once said that the Earth is. I believe that the Earth might not be as we believe it, but it sure as fuck is round.
In 300 years, they're gonna pull up these fucking podcasts and be like, this guy right here, Matt. He's fucking the truth. That dude right there, he wasn't willing to believe in the governmental lies.
Nah, they're gonna look at it and be like, these people were fucking dumbasses. This bitch is a triangle the whole fucking time.
Bro. I mean, all I'm saying is a lot of shit don't make sense. So we sat here and we talked about it. Okay, across from us, from the bay to the other city across the bay. All right, it's 7 miles. If I go down and lay my head on the fucking sand, I can clearly see the sand on the other side. 7 miles away. The curvature of the earth. The curvature of the earth is 6 inches per mile.
There's a sea level difference. That's why we
there's not a sea level. The bay is literally fucking.
No. We're us.
Yeah,
we're above sea level.
The jackass who Googled that was refusing to admit that when they tested the sea level for the city of Fairhope, where we're at right now, because I don't give a shit. Fuck YouTube. We in Fairhope, Alabama. All right. The sea level of this shit of the city is tested in the city, not down at the side of the bay. When you are at water's level, you are at sea level. I don't care how stupid you have to be to understand. Sea level is where you're at level with the sea. So when I lay my head on the sand with the water 3 inches from my face.
Sea level is different between here and Gulf Shores.
Well, once again, the sea level, because Gulf Shores, the entire city of Gulf Shores, Gulf. Shores. Okay, you know, like that Gulf Shores. The entire city of it is literally at sea level or 6 inches high. It's a fucking sandbar. The whole island, it's a sandbar. So at the highest point on the island, I think it's 12 feet above sea level. So that means the first time you have a strong wave coming from a hurricane, hence why we have the sand dunes that they've built up to try to keep the waves from destroying everything. All right, when you're at sea level, there is no further down from sea level unless you're below sea level. Like when you're in New Orleans and you're in that shit bowl, that fucking turd bowl over there where they have the levees to keep the water out. Yeah, it's because they're below sea level. They shouldn't have built there. That was a bad idea from day one.
3 times, 2
times. They should fill it in and build on top, or at least like start raising it up. Something, I don't know.
Well, they're not gonna knock off. That's so much money.
But
I wonder what's under the fucking ground in New Orleans.
Not the bodies.
Yeah, definitely not that. But what I'm saying is, if you're at sea level, okay, and you look across the waterway to another massive land, if it's over 7 miles, you shouldn't be able to see the shoreline.
We don't bury bodies in New Orleans because they'll just come back up. Right?
No, we don't. We don't bury caskets in most places that are below sea level or near sea level because because it's a oxygen tight environment and they'll shoot up like a fucking bottle rocket.
Okay, I'm
true.
Sure here.
Now they do bury bodies in New Orleans and they put concrete slabs on top of them.
Oh, for some reason I thought they were all like above ground.
No, they have mausoleums there too, but they put concrete in the ground above the coffin to keep it from coming up.
I told you about Nicolas Cage's, didn't I?
Ah man, fucking I hope he's dead.
No,
bro, you can literally rate movies on a scale of Nicolas Cage. You guys know?
But his new movie is Heat because in the whole movie he's himself and he's like, yeah, I'm fucking shit.
No,
blah blah, and he realized.
No. What I'm saying is, you could literally rate a movie on a scale of Nicolas Cage. Like a Nicolas Cage 10-star movie would be like, I don't know, Face Off. Gone in 60 seconds. Or you can go all the way back and be like, no, this is a Mandy. So it's like a 1-star Nicolas Cage. And then you have a 5-star.
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider, that's like a 2-star Nicolas Cage.
National Treasure?
National Treasure is like a 7 Nicolas Cage. See what I'm saying?
Pretty good one.
It's an 8.
That's a good
National
8.
Treasure 2 is a 4. So all I'm saying is, like, when you think about it, any movie you ever watch, you can be like, oh man, this is like a Nicolas Cage Fast and the Furious. Just rate it up there and be like, yeah, this is just trash. Oh, this is Nicolas Cage Mandy. Like, they didn't even have a crew. There was a guy with a camera running around. The movie made no sense and they had a lot of black lights. It was just trash. So all I'm saying is, when you ever get tired and you get bored of trying to like Rotten Tomatoes, I feel like somebody should make a NicolasCage.com and rate movies off of Nicolas Cage performances. The Knowing. What was that, like a Nicolas Cage 3-star? It's a horrible movie, made no sense. Nobody ever finished it. They watched the first 6 minutes like, oh, this is gross. Nicolas Cage 3-star. And believe it or not, the past like 7 years, that man has been in so many horrible movies. He has literally made more bad movies after becoming a famous actor than he did when he was like slightly known.
Yeah.
Like Nicolas Cage. Okay, have you ever seen the movie The Rock?
That's that new one, ain't it?
No. That's like a mid-90s movie. Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery. Sean Connery's an ex-convict who helps him break back into Alcatraz to stop a group of Marines that are trying to launch chemical weapons at, what's that city?
What the
Los Angeles. No, it's a fucking great movie. It's literally like, that's a 10-star Nicolas Cage movie.
I don't like Nicolas Cage that much, so I watched like 3 of his movies and
like
never dove into.
Well, that's the thing. Like, you saw the 3-star Nicolas Cage movies.
No, they were the good. I saw the National Treasure.
Okay.
National Treasure 2.
Yeah.
That's like a 4-star.
And then Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider was definitely a 1-star.
That's the
It
only
was
three I
bad.
think
There's
I've
one
seen.
more. There's one more that I've seen.
Gone in 60 Seconds.
No. Not
Yeah.
Did he do the magic thing? Was he in a magic movie?
No.
Magic
Gone in 60 Seconds. You've never seen that?
No.
I don't think so.
That's literally where Nicolas Cage's
the
boot.
premise?
The kid or Nicolas Cage has a younger brother, and he used to be a car thief. His younger brother gets in trouble with a gang, and he has to go boost 50 cars, and they're like high-end cars. And the cops are onto him. He left town because the cops were like, "Oh, you're a car stealer. You're going to fucking put you in jail."
I may
And
have
he has to
seen
go
that.
boost 50 cars in one night.
Imagine
It's got Nicolas Cage and it's got
Angelina.
Angelina Jolie with dreads, bro. It's
Hard.
a fucking
She
hard.
rides in one of the cars.
Yeah, she steals a bunch of cars, dude.
Okay, yeah, no, I think I've seen it or seen
Yeah,
something of it.
it's a dope movie. That's all I'm saying. Like for Nicolas Cage, it was like a 7, maybe an 8. It was definitely a 7.5 Nicolas Cage scale.
7.5.
Yeah.
What was it called?
The Nicolas Cage scale.
No. the
Gone in 60 seconds.
the Nicolas Cage scale.
Yeah.
You ever seen?
That's the thing now.
You ever seen Paddington?
No,
No.
It'll make you cry.
Does it?
I don't-
Does the bear die?
Yeah, it's the little bear. Paddington 2.
bro. Why you be? See, like you're sitting here like I've never seen.
Frozen, bro.
Have you ever seen Face Off?
Frozen.
Huh?
Have you ever seen Face Off?
No.
Nah.
Nicolas Cage, John Travolta, like once again mid 90s, and the Nicolas Cage is a criminal, and John Travolta's an FBI agent, and they do an experimental surgery to take Nicolas Cage's face off and put it on John Travolta. So they're playing each other's roles the entire movie. The cop is pretending to be the criminal. The criminal is now running around and pretending to be the cop. Yes.
What the hell?
Yeah. It's a wonderful movie.
Okay.
Yeah, like when I say like, there's a lot of like mid '90s, early 2000 movies. Like you said, you haven't seen Armageddon.
No.
Literally, once again, I don't know, dude. I think it was like the dad playlist of like the 2000s, like TNT / fucking Spike TV. They'd put these movies on, and they would just like pop up, and it would be like once a week they'd play these.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Are you a Transformers fan?
No.
I was about to rag you.
When I say I'm
Be
not
careful with your next.
Well, no.
word.
When I say I'm not a Transformers fan, I'm gonna say no Transformer movie ever let me down. And when I say that, when I signed up, I was watching a movie about a bunch of giant robots fucking shit up, explosions and giant robots.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
So that's all they were to me. I wasn't like, let me get that Transformer storyline.
Who? Well, also, fucking
Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf. I'm not a big.
Swindle. Let's talk about Swindle.
I'm not a Shia LaBeouf fan.
Now see, once again, I can't hate on Shia LaBeouf.
I'm not shitting on him. I'm just like I
You-
don't
like
I'm
you
not-
say-
I'm not a fan of his acting. Of what I've seen.
I'm gonna be honest with
sorry.
you. I'm gonna go on a limb here, and I don't think it's been public knowledge yet. I don't know if it's been out there yet, or if they've said anything. But I feel like he was sexually molested as a child.
Yeah, no, that
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah,
Okay, I was like
could
being a
see that.
Disney star kid. I believe he was sexually molested.
That doesn't make a difference. His acting still's not good.
No, okay. The movie Holes was pretty good, man. That was like his first.
Okay.
So,
he can have
Yeah,
that.
that's a Shia
That's a
LaBeouf
classic.
8.
That one's
Okay,
good.
the
Alright.
Transformers, I'd give them 6s on them. They were okay.
I give him 4s, hard 4s.
Now, what was that? Eagle Eye. Have you seen that movie?
I can't say. I have no.
I don't watch movies.
Dude, I'm a movie buff. I like watching crazy movies. I'll sit there and watch them all the fucking time.
You
when
watch that San Francisco movie with The Rock in it?
No.
What was it?
No, I'm about the background.
Antonio?
Yeah, I'm about the background noise of movies, and sometimes if it's something interesting that catches my eye, I'll
What's
watch
your
it.
favorite movie of all time?
Oh, see, I don't have a single favorite movie.
The one that there's one that you can just watch repeatedly.
There's one you're thinking of in your head right now you want to say, but you're not
see,
sure.
I'm sitting here like fucking thinking, and like not one ever pops out. Like if I'm scrolling through wanting to watch something, like there's a certain genre I'm feeling at that moment.
Mine's the
No,
Temptations.
me too. But there's that one
The
movie.
Temptations is
There's
the
that one
shit.
movie. No matter how many times you've seen it, you're like, I can fucking do this shit again. This is a good movie. And there's some movies that you can't watch
Okay, so
twice.
once again, he just said, our Jamie just said, The Princess Bride. Okay, have you seen that movie?
I have not.
I know I have.
20 times
Ca-
this weekend.
Yeah, literally just sit down and watch it. It's definitely a bunch of like lowball humor. I loved it. It was good. My dad's friend, before he used to like go and leave and whatnot, he would always be like, "I'm going to storm the castle," and I'm like, ah. It was great. I don't know. It just always tickled my funny bone.
I know it's kind of a newer one, and I know it's a lot of people's favorites, but I cannot get tired of watching Wolf of Wall Street. I can watch Wolf of Wall
it's
Street
fucking amazing.
so many fucking times. And knowing that it's based on a true story, and it's like...
now I'm going to be dead serious with you. I've never watched it.
You haven't watched
never
it.
watched it.
It's amazing.
No. See, when people overhype movies, like I watched, like I came in one time and people were watching.
It's
I don't remember.
amazing to people like us, not to normal
like,
society.
See, I walked in and I saw it, and it was like a scene where it's like fucking Jonah Hill and Leonardo DiCaprio, I think it was.
Two of my favorite actors.
In the kitchen, like snorting coke and shit, like running around freaking the fuck out. And like he had just pulled up from like totaling his car on the side of the house. And I was like, okay, this is, I get it. It really happened. And I get it. And I think that's why I was like, nah, I don't care. I just walked out the room and I was like, fuck, I'm going to smoke me a blunt.
Who was the story based off of?
Jordan Belfort.
Yeah, but anywho, all I'm saying is you guys need to take a trip down memory lane and go and look back for like the 90s action films. Like next year, tell me you haven't seen Die Hard.
Yeah, seen all the Die Hards.
Huh?
No.
You've
Willis, seen all the Die Hards.
I have not.
Okay, so
it is a Christmas classic.
Yes, literally, Die Hard 1 is the best Christmas movie.
Is it a Christmas movie for real?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
like there's Christmas trees and it's based around Christmas.
Yes, it's Christmas Eve in the Nakatomi Towers.
I don't even know where the fuck that is.
When Hans Gruber meets his fate.
It's the movie where they
falling off the 23rd floor.
Like Die Hard.
Yeah.
Yes. No, literally, it's a movie about people trying to rob a fucking rich Asian dude who owns a hotel in San Francisco.
Okay, that sounds cool.
Yeah, and the dude is literally trying to prevent it because he just happened to be there visiting his wife, who is a sales rep, and shit goes sideways. Literally, they made a whole Rick and Morty episode about doing a Die Hard.
Yeah.
Yes, that's all I'm saying. When Rick and Morty gives it credit, you need to go watch Die Hard.
Okay.
Like, stop being a 17-year-old girl, go watch Die Hard.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. There's a bunch of movies out there, though, that are fucking fantastic films. Like,
have you ever seen the 90s movie? It's called Kids.
Okay, no, so if you want to watch literally the best Leonardo DiCaprio movie ever made, it is called What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Yeah, that's one of Reagan's favorite movies.
Huh? Dude, I didn't cry. I laughed really.
What about the color purple,
what's the
though?
premise? I feel like she made me watch it.
So people are in a small dying town. Johnny Depp's the older brother. His younger autistic brother would be Leonardo DiCaprio. And their mom dies. And
what is wrong with me?
She was so fat they couldn't get her out of the house. So Johnny Depp knocked the beams out from the house and burned the house down with his fat mother inside.
Oh my
Why
God.
am I on these black people classic movies?
Because your style of life, bro.
Like The Temptations, my shit.
I don't know. You
The
be
Color Purple.
You be one of the
The
whitest.
Django, baby. I mean, all of
Django
it.
Unchained.
I showed you. It's so good.
I haven't finished it.
That's top. That has to come in like a close second.
See-
I fucking love that movie.
Yeah, that is a Jamie Foxx 10.
It's so
If we had to rate it
good.
on the scale of Nicolas Cage, it would be like an 8.
So have y'all all finished it? Like y'all all
I've
watched
seen
it?
Django Unchained? Yeah, I saw Django Unchained years ago.
It's not Unchained. I don't know what you're talking about there.
Yes,
Django
yes, it
Unchained.
is.
Yes, it is.
Django Unchained.
You didn't tell me that part.
Jamie Foxx being the slave and breaks free, and he goes with
His name's Django.
the German dentist and learns to be a bounty hunter.
That's
yes,
about as far as I got.
that's Django Unchained.
I've got to finish
The,
it.
the,
don't
the, the name of the movie is Django Unchained.
Okay.
Yeah, the Django you're thinking about isn't that like a lizard who licks his eyes?
Rango.
Rango. Okay. Same shit. I'm just saying, there's no Django, just like plain Django.
Rango.
You're thinking about the fruit that's orange on the inside and has stone inside.
Yeah, yeah. All I'm saying is like there's a lot of movies you could sit down. Like you guys should turn them on here, man. Put like. Okay,
I don't know what to.
Okay, so I'm not.
I'm down to, but
Like,
don't
okay.
wanna-
Alvin's always too. Look, this is what happens. We turn on a movie and Alvin goes like this. Look, he goes. And then he starts talking to me. And he'll just start talking to me. And I'm like, you said you wanted to watch the movie. And you're like, yeah, man. Like, what's like.
Well, no, like
what's
okay,
going
like,
on,
the
dude?
Lethal Weapon film franchise was decent. Okay, they're not great movies, but they're decent.
What is that Kill Bill that I hear a lot about?
Kill Bill sucked.
Is it that bad?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll put it like this: they had a budget for using fake blood in their first movie, and they ran out of money to buy more fake blood because they used so much of it to make this movie
So they was gushing in the first
Oh
half.
no! The end.
It was
No, it was the end of the
gushing.
movie. Like the last 20 minutes of the movie, they literally went black and white for a fight
Oh,
scene
yeah.
because they ran out of fake blood.
And they
Is
used
that really
something
why
dark.
Yes,
they did that?
yes.
Oh my
That's how much money they pissed away in that movie, and the movie wasn't even that good.
I didn't really enjoy it.
No, and then like the second one, half of it was
classic.
The half of it was like, no, it's not a classic. That's the problem. People are like, oh, it's a classic.
A lot of people are like, it was a classic.
No, people of my generation were like, no, that's the woman wakes up from a coma with a dude named Buck who's been raping her unconscious corpse for 6 months, and it's a classic. That's not a good movie. That's a bad That's a bad premise to open the door on.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Yeah, that's what. Crank, horrible movie. Jason Statham's. Okay, that would be a Nicolas Cage 1 star, all day. Literally.
See, my type of like 90s movies are like the gritty. I like fucking Train Spotting. I like Kids. I like fucking like Fight Club. I like.
Whoa! Never mind, guys. We just need to.
Why? Because I said fucking Fight Club?
The podcast has to be canceled now.
Yeah.
Dick said he liked Fight Club.
I liked Fight Club.
The entire movie.
I never really watched it, but I know it has a soap.
No. The entire fucking movie is literally about a crazy guy talking to himself.
Yeah.
And somehow or another, this crazy psychopath convinces 400 people to blow up a bunch of creditors. Yep. That makes I thought
it was so fucking good, bro.
That's because you were numb and were like, oh no, it's just magical that these two dudes are never seen in the same place by anybody else ever.
No, but you don't realize it. I guarantee you, if Alvin over here watched it, he wouldn't get it until the very end, and he'd be like,
"You think I would like it?"
No,
I like it.
So the people who like Fight Club are also super hardcore into ICP.
I fucking hate ICP. What the fuck are you talking about?
I kind of like ICP.
See, he'll love Fight Club.
I kind of like ICP.
Yeah, I'm just saying he'll love it.
Some other music.
I don't know. Fight Club was in my opinion, it was kind of a dry movie. Like as going through it took so long to actually get into anything. It was like 20 minutes in the movie before you saw anything actually really happening, and then like the entire time you're like, I don't really understand what's going on, and it's literally just a dude.
What is a juggalo?
The dude's just losing his shit the whole time.
Let him.
It's about a game
Just let him.
That's what the story is.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. So he takes his vengeance out because he's a gay guy who's been hiding it his whole life.
Repressed rage or whatever, like he hates himself. Like that other side.
Well, when did he come out and say that? Was that like when he wrote the book for the movie? Okay, was that like the original theory behind it, or did he just like drop that in the past 5 years?
No, he said it like right after. He's a gay man.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
You know who else is gay? That I just realized not too long ago.
Nicolas Cage.
Elton John.
What the
fuck?
Yeah,
he's been gay for.
Since
he
was
made gay.
Like it was about a year ago when I noticed he was gay. I thought that was all a thing. I thought he was married to a woman until I looked into it about a year ago.
No.
The only Elton John song you know is Rocket Man without telling me the only
A song you know is Rocket Man, yeah.
Benny and the Jets.
all I'm saying is, yeah, Elton John's been gay since like gay existed. I think he actually coined the term "I'm gay."
My grandpa used to tell me when I was a kid. My grandpa was a straight fucking shooter. He didn't talk a lot. He was the man.
Yeah.
Sixes all the way.
So he's like, he fucking loved Elton John, and he used to tell me, he used to be like, I don't care what anybody says about him. I don't care if he is gay. That man's voice is beautiful.
Yeah.
And my grandpa was homophobic, and he had the exception. He was like, I don't care. That man's voice is beautiful.
It's the same thing with Queen, man. Back in the 80s, a lot of people were against the whole gay thing, but a lot of people loved Queen.
What about Prince?
Dude, just think about it. Bohemian Rhapsody is a song about catching AIDS and dying from it, from your
Never
gay
really
lover.
listened to it that close.
You don't have to.
I
put my gun.
I'm not a fan of Queen. That's controversial as the fuck, but I'm not. Purple Rain, I'm not. I mean, it's a song, but it's not like.
No. Like, what I'm saying is, if you listen to the lyrics of this song, he literally talking about putting his gun up against somebody's head and pulled his trigger. Now they're dead. He literally is talking about giving his lover AIDS. Yeah.
Mama. Ooh, is that Queen?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh no shit.
Yeah. No shit. Yeah, that's Queen.
No shit.
I mean,
he knows the words. He didn't know who it was.
I like the song, but it's played at fucking everywhere.
But all I'm saying is like that's when music was good. Now music sucks.
Yeah.
Now you turn
not anything.
Turn the radio on, dude. Listen to like anything on the radio, and it's literally about popping pussy.
Yeah.
Men are shit. Pop pussy.
What? Put a drum on the chopper. Now it got titties. Lyrical genius.
And a mop for this wet ass pussy.
Yeah.
Wop. What are you? We're living
the
in
walk.
Topol. We're living in a Renaissance era. What are you talking about? This
Gross.
is ingenious content that's coming.
Bro, I'd much rather. I honestly, like, if I turned on the radio and there was nothing but sea shanties, I feel like I'd be happy. But I would be vibing with
once
it.
was a mat, he showed it.
Bro, all I'm saying is, like, if I was riding down the road, dude, and nothing was on the radio except for sea shanties, I feel like life would be better.
I
Yeah.
fuck with him sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, all I'm saying is, like, at least there's, like, actually a story to the words. Like,
Yeah. I like a
get
lot
it,
of shit like
get
that.
a mop and a bucket for the wet ass
That's
pussy
why I
does
fuck
not.
with the blues, man. That's why I like the blues. It's always a story.
Bro, I feel like, man, I don't know, something wrong with you. He's wild.
Something is honestly long. Let me tell y'all something.
Do you think
Something's
something's
wrong
wrong
with Alvin. Alvin got weird taste. Alvin got like. Okay, so
Dude,
first of
okay,
all, on
so-
his music
so hold on,
taste,
time out.
he
We're
only
home.
listens to the most off the wall, random.
Okay, so we
fucking,
got
like,
5 minutes left. Hold on, wait. I'm going to say that my mom has known Alvin for some years, and she sat there at my kitchen table and told me that Alvin was a quiet, reserved person. When me and Sebastian sat there and were like, yeah, no, Alvin got everybody at the shop playing on Chumba and Lucky Land, gambling their whole checks away. And she's like, Alvin? Never.
Yeah,
that
no,
man?
of course
No.
not. See, I
He
don't-
he is too reserved. He's a well-respected young gentleman. And I was
Some
like,
people would
that
call
dude
me-
wild as fuck.
Yeah, some people
Never watched
they
another
call
man
me
shave
names.
in
They
the
call me like I'm
bathroom.
fake or something because I act different around different people. But sometimes that's what you have to do.
No, that's called being business official.
I mean, I do the same thing, but I don't.
It's having a business side. You act respectful around people you have to be respectful around, and you bull out with the boys. That's why that's why you go out and do hood rat shit with the boys.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why you have those times.
I've kicked a
Because
door in or two before.
Dick's learning this in life because Dick used to just do hood rat shit all the time, and now he's like, no, I can do hood rat shit on my off times, but when I'm at work, I'm the official.
My
Dick.
life really be so boring now. I don't do anything.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get in
Yeah,
relationships.
I'd be so boring.
I mean,
my
look at
God.
what
I
this is what we do
fantasize
now.
about
All-
people coming up to
all,
me and
all
trying me.
I'm saying is in like 3-4 weeks, I might hit up that dude Alari and be like, yo, bro, I got a
Let's hit the
backpack.
road.
I got some MREs, dude. I got
Holy
$300.
God.
Let's go. We're going to go somewhere. And we might just go backpack it. Say, fuck it.
You'd probably have the most best trip you've ever had in your life.
Yeah, dude, because he'd just be like, bro, want to sit here? And I'd be like, cool. And he'd be like, you want to go over there? And I'd be like, cool.
That is it.
Yeah. He'd be like, you want to move in the shade? And I'd be like, okay.
All right.
You want to go put your feet in a cold river in the middle of Washington
Yeah,
State?
That's about good right now.
And look at the mountain, pour water down. And I'd be like, shit, how far is that? He'd be like, it's like 2,000 miles. I'd be like, cool. You want to buy a car today and we'll go? Like he won't be like, no. He'll be like, okay. What about my wife and kid? I'll be like, fuck those people. It's cool. They don't matter. They're not on the trip.
Wife and what? What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
who's that? Let's go.
Wife and what?
You don't have those when you come on the trip.
Yeah, she probably could. I don't know how the baby would do on the
Backpack
trip.
the baby.
He's probably got like a rucksack already like set up so the baby has its own backpack.
Probably, yeah.
Like he's gonna put the baby in that like those little carrying pouches and then
Just
have
in
like a
case, man,
backpack
just in
on the
case.
baby.
Nuclear fallout. Man. You gotta just run.
Bro, I'm prepared.
All
But anywho-
You are
we
not
got about
prepared.
T-minus 4 minutes until.
No. We cutting this now. Hour and 17 minutes in this shit.
Yeah.
We gotta go. This is the uncomfortable
Powerball
three-way.
time.
The
Good
Earth
thing.
is flat. The moon is hollow. NASA's a lie. CERN's the devil. Your government's a piece of shit.
Some of that's
Out.
true.
Good thing
Out.
we are in a metropolitan area.